Hello, MacBook users. Now that we've gone over the basics of how to create folders and files on your desktop, we're ready to take a look at our first web page. Actually, it's a second look at our first web page. We saw this page, hello.html, previously, and what we want to do in this short little video here is to get a local copy of it. As long as hello.html is out on the internet on some server someplace, we can't edit it, but we want to get a copy of it and bring it down to our MacBook so that we can edit that file if we want to. To get a local copy, there's more than one way to do it, but the simplest way for somebody who has little exposure technology is to open the page in a browser, view the page source, and then copy and paste the HTML code into your text editor. None of these things are difficult things, all within reach of typical people, so that's what we're going to do. I should mention here, if I were to click on this link, this page is going to want to open up in Safari because Safari is currently the default browser for this MacBook. If you don't want that to be the default browser, you're going to need to figure out how to change it. You can go into the system preferences and make those changes there. Also, I want to point out that Safari is not friendly for people who want to learn about HTML and CSS. And the reason I say that is if I were to right mouse click in here, I don't have that nice view page source option that just about every other browser has. So I'm going to close Safari and I'm going to open up another browser. You should all be able to open up other browsers like Chrome. Here's a new tab of Chrome, and I am going to do something really old school here. Instead of typing in a search term here, I'm going to type in this thing. This thing's called the URL, and I'm going to type it right up here in this thing called the address bar. And just about every browser works this way. You have the address bar at the top, you're able to type in URLs there, and lo and behold, the browser will retrieve and display the web page. So let's type it exactly as shown here. https://misdemo.temple.edu/future/hello.html. Some of you are not typing right now. I know it, because you're thinking, oh, who could possibly expect me to do that? Well, if you want to work with technology, you have to get comfortable with the keyboard. So here we go. I have retrieved the page, misdemo.temple.edu/future/hello.html. Here it is, and in just a second, I'm going to pause this video and go back to my desktop, and we're going to put the HTML for this page into our text file. I don't want to copy and paste this. I want to right click and say view page source, and this is the text I'm going to want to get. This right here. This is the HTML code that makes up the page, and I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Cranked up the font just a little bit so that you could see that. All right, I'm going to pause the video and go keep this window open, and I'm going to go look at my desktop. All right, here's my folder. Here are my two files. Now you might think that you'd be able to right mouse click on hello.html and edit it that way, but that's going to result in a problem. Once again, Apple, Mac users, MacBooks don't necessarily make it easy for you to do things that are technical, like edit HTML. So I'm going to go up to the Spotlight search here in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to type in text, edit, and double click that to get my text editor. And I am going to create a new document. and I'm going to go to Format and Make Plain Text. There's my plain text document, and now I'm ready for the most technical thing you'll do all day. I'm going to select all this over here, and I want to make sure that I get it all. Notice I don't want to leave off that first bracket. So it's a click and a drag to make sure I have it all, and I'm going to hold down the Command key on my keyboard, Command C, and I'll go over here and I'm going to click Command V. Remember, I'm in text mode here. I've copied and pasted it all. And I would like to click File and Save. And I'm in the correct spot, but I don't want to save that as a text file. I'm going to save that as hello.html. And it's going to complain a little bit because I'm going to overwrite. I'm going to overwrite that. So use HTML. And do you want to replace it? Yes. And there you go. I have a local copy of that now. But what I want you to notice now is if I were to double click on this, and you can see it's going to open up in Safari. If I were to double click on this, it's going to look just like the Hello World that's out on the server. However, if I look at the address bar, I have file, // and here's all my folders: users, student, desktop, MIS2402 workspace, hello.html. So the folders here that we saw previously are present in the address bar, and this address is local because it doesn't start with HTTPS. It doesn't go out to the internet the way this one did over here. All right, that file that we're looking at here, this one, is going to be is going to give us the tags that we're going to look at in the next portion of this video. We're going to look at each one of these tags and what it does and what it means. And you should be looking at that probably in the context of your text edit. You can look at it here through ViewSource as well. Ultimately, we'll be making some edits to this file so we can see how the page changes when we change the tags and the content of the tags. All right, see you in the next video.